to the next session, which I chair and I'm the only speaker as well. Very efficient. So I'll try to gain some of the time we lost. Bear with me. So I just have to say that I have made lots and lots of presentations over the years, and I normally favor nice graphics and very little text on slides. So today I'm doing the exact opposite. I have no graphics and lots of text that I'm afraid I have to pretty much read word by word, but please bear with me because the presentation will be on the governance. And this is very important. I think you all understand how important, and we do need your input. Okay. So I will quickly review the present governance from 21 to 24. Just look to the right, the board. You know who we are. Nadia is the chair, myself and Joaquin the co-chairs, and we also have Emma Heslop as our GOOSE liaison because CoastPredict is one of the GOOSE programs. We've had an executive committee. We did not review the focus areas of CoastPredict. We have 6 focus areas, if you recall. So we have 15 focus area leads plus 3 ECOPs and the board, that's the executive committee. And then the scientific committee from all over the world, many different expertise and also balance to the best of our capacity in terms of gender and geography, 65 scientists, an international advisory board from many relevant agencies and so on, 16 representatives and 15 ECOPs. So last year we launched the Global Coast Network. It was approved by last year's assembly. And also as a little note that CoastPredict, this has not been mentioned, is affiliated with also the DCO, Decadal Collaborative Office. Yes, thank you. Decadal Collaborative Office, Ocean Observing, and of course the DCC, Decadal Collaborative Center for Coastal Resilience that you know. Okay. So, yeah, also you have heard about that. I'm not going to say more about the DCCCR. You heard about the Partners Alliance Network. So, it's whatever our colleagues here are doing. Is it being shared?
It is. It is. You cannot see it. You probably cannot see it. Oh, it's the other
Going on. So the motivation, why do we need a new governance, all right, was that we have all these amazing new activities. The Global Coast Network, this obviously more collaboration with the DCCs and the DCOs, and the evolution of the DCCCR after the completion of the Ocean Decade, right, with the Global Coast Network as an integral part. There was some discussion, some questions in the morning already. What do we do after? We have to think already about the legacy. Time goes fast. And we wanted to integrate the Global Coast Network, where many of you are part of, into the top management structure of the CoastPredict. We cannot have such a big initiative as the Global Coast without representation in the governance. Also to establish a joint General Assembly. What we're doing this week is the General Assembly of CoastPredict, but we want to have a joint one with Global Coast. And this has to be the next decision-making body. And then incorporate new UN Ocean Decade projects and activities into the steering structure. So again, to captivate all this, 21-24, CoastPredict Scientific Framework, then Global Coast emerged, DCC was already there. 25-28, CoastPredict and Global Coast Governance together, and DCC evolving in the DCC-CR Partners Alliance Network. And going forward, DCC-CR, possibly new entity, GOOSE Coastal Group, and Global Coast Stakeholder Network. This is the vision. So I will go now through what is proposed as the new structure. And I have to say that this was done with a lot of work and consultation through the current governance, through the board, and also with a specific group from the current executive committee. So a lot of consultation, a lot of meetings and so on, and this is what has come, but obviously open to questions or comments from this assembly. So the board will have, again, the chairs, co-chairs, the IOS GOOS representative, but also the Global Coast co-chairs that we will talk about, and the board does the day-to-day management in connection with the general strategy, bi-monthly calls. Now, the executive committee board is expanded. The board plus 16 people, we have numbers proposed, including DCCCR Alliance Network representative, 2 representatives of the industrial partners, 1 from satellite community, 2 Global Coast reps, 1 ECOP, 9 CoastPredict affiliated projects and focus areas who will be invited to join through a call of volunteers. So that's a consultation body on program decisions and progress in development and implementation of projects with monthly calls. Are you still with me? I hope. Scientific committee may be expanded, about 80 scientists. That's the expert community that supports the new science and technology, and leaders of the affiliated UN-Decade projects and the founding experts. Global Coast Network, you will hear tomorrow about the MOU, which has been already established with its own governance structure, and that will become part of the CoastPredict top management structure and will help to share science technology for coastal resilience, provide a unique interface with UN-Decade programs and activities, and that will propose actions together with the board and executive committee. The network members can propose to host the Global Coast Secretariat. And finally, the ECOP group that facilitates interfaces with the UN-Decade ECOP program. There is a dedicated program on early career ocean professionals and the CoastPredict Assembly. So the General Assembly, together with the Global Coast Members Assembly, as appropriate, to avoid overlapping. And this will be the decision-making body composed of the Scientific Committee, ECOP group, and the Global Coast Network members. Meets once a year in person, but also extraordinary assemblies could be called virtually as needed, which CoastPredict has done already. The International Advisory Board, the present representatives, but we want to expand with DCCs and DCOs, and that participates in the General Assembly to provide input on the overall strategy, and the Secretariat, that will be the Global Coast Secretariat and other personnel from DCCCR as needed. Okay. So the interface is very important with the DCCCR and the Alliance Network in terms of stakeholder engagement, in terms of training, in terms of funding, in terms of fundraising. And I'm not going to read all this in detail. I think they're self-explanatory, but I should highlight that the DCCCR has already been doing and will continue to provide financial support, as for instance, travel for people to attend CoastPredict events, and with priority for applicants of low, middle income countries. Now, for the future evolution, 29 to 30, so the DCCCR should consider the Alliance to become an international organization under the UNESCO auspices, and that should include the Global Coast Network as stakeholders. So another idea is that this Global Coast Network will be a coastal community network under IOC UNESCO GOOS. And going even further forward, after the decade, new international groups will grow out of the decade's transformation, that is for sure, and that will be both at thematic and regional levels. The Alliance Network could provide a reference group to carry forward the action started in the decade for coastal resilience. So this is a list of executive members that the board has identified to start with, and we have made sure to have the representation for project FA lead for the 6 focus areas. And continues with project representation, ECOP, the representation from the DCCCR Partners Network Alliance, 2 industry partners, representation from the satellite community, and 2 Global Coast representations. And we have the names of the people that have kindly accepted to start with, and for in the next phases, the body will be doing the selection. Yes. We did run a call for volunteers, and this is the outcome that we are very pleased with and excited about. So that's it from me. Any questions or comments, please don't be shy. And coffee is coming right after this, so don't you worry, you're not losing that. You can, please. Right. Then it's, yes, please do.
Then we go, yes.
Yes.
So thank you, Billy, because this is a very beauty. Yeah, so first of all, let me thank all the people who have volunteered, because we felt there was so much attention to what we were trying to do, and we felt very inspired to see that people really were willing to put their time and thinking for driving the next 5 years of CoastPredict. And so I think we are achieving with this new executive committee much better. We adhere better to the new projects, the global coast that has come, because the old system, it was invented practically at the desk in 2020 while we were all closed up in our homes, and it was a good try, but it couldn't really had to be changed. And so we would like really, again, as Willy, Joaquin, and myself, and Emma, I guess, I really thank you for having dedicated time to think and propose yourself. And, I think it's a good executive member group.
Yeah, and as I said, this is the outcome of lots and lots of discussions and brainstorming with some of you and others that are not here today, but, with a dedicated task team to do the job. So this is what we think is the best. But again, please, and if you think of something, let us know. You think that something is missing or whatever. So, coffee break. Okay, so until 4 p.m., we give an extra 10 minutes for losing 5 minutes. So until 4 p.m.